Yeah, for me, I distinctly uh is language permitted?
Oh, go nuts! We're I think we're well past the
15-second mark.
yeah, yeah.
I distinctly remember the second I killed Sirlon, pushing back from my computer and saying, "Good fucking riddance." So if that tells you kind of how I felt during that fight, that's really what it is.
Yeah, you have to forgive me because whenever we're talking about playstyles, first my brain immediately goes to like Soul Level One kind of playstyle.
Yeah, no, I
So,
enjoy Dark Souls, but I don't hate myself entirely. Oh,
but it's just the way I say certain things, I might just it's probably coming from a restriction standpoint. So if you ever need to kind of jump in saying, "Hey, man, you're talking from a very limited playstyle that doesn't really apply here," so just
yeah,
definitely let me know because I'm really bad about that. I've done that
yeah,
in a few reviews where I was complaining about something like, "Oh, you can't run out of this attack. The running out of this attack doesn't feel very great." And then I've
just level your health. I can't.
I
We're
know,
talking
yeah.
about the same thing, but you're from Mars and I'm from Jupiter. Like,
But all right. What did you have any other examples? I have five boss examples for bad RNG if you wanted to. But
um, yeah. So I guess, well, yeah, if we're so rewinding all the way back to where we started with, good RNG, bad RNG, and variation. So what I think of, I'll go onto this, and then yeah, I would like to hear your examples.
mm,
Is I think that randomness and RNG in general in games, there's a lot of factors, between implementation, um, frequency, and as well as player expectation is a huge part of it. In heavily skill based games, like let's say, I love playing Guitar Hero,
mm-hmm.
and if there was a mode that said 50% of the time that you would have hit a note, you don't, I would say, what the hell? What, I want to hit my notes. Why would I play the mode that says I know you're good at this, but we've decided that you're not? And so that would be, that would be aggravating. But when I go into a Pokemon game, I understand. Oh, and that's also another thing, is accessibility to both the dice rolls and the RNG itself, as well as, like you said, tools
Mm-hmm.
to avoid being forced to do that. When I boot up a Pokemon game, my Pokemon can get critical strikes. The enemy's Pokemon can get critical strikes. I have to consider that, especially in Nuzlocking. That's a huge thing. Play around the crit. Um, and so, but if it was like, oh yeah, just the enemy can crit you, I'd be like, why? But what do they do differently? Can their Pokemon just see the weak points on mine, and
Mm-hmm.
mine are just blind? I don't get it. What's going on? And so yeah, player expectation is a huge part. Like I said, I play Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was playing against a friend a few days ago, and I lost with a relatively modern deck. I'm gonna might be speaking a little bit of lingo here, but I think I will try to simplify it as best I can. I was playing a relatively modern meta deck, against a couple friends. We were doing kind of a battle royale, going around the table, and my deck, constructed in the year of our Lord 2022, was beaten by Time Wizard, a card printed in 2003.
Hmm.
Because Time Wizard is a card that says flip a coin. If heads, destroy all cards that your opponent control, or all monsters your opponent controls. If tails, destroy all monsters that you control. The person who activated the Time Wizard. Um, and So I had used all my resources, my tools, to avoid the RNG on getting everybody else out of the table. So it was just me and this and the last player, and he was able to use Time Wizard, and I no longer had the tools to avoid it, so I just had to leave the rest up to fate, and I lost.
Hmm.
And so I got to watch as my field was cleared, and I was attacked for game by freaking Time Wizard. There is
Wow.
no more humbling experience. If there are any Yu-Gi-Oh players listening, you are free to flame me in the comments, but that is kind of how it worked.
The Time
So
Wizard. That sounds familiar because my
it
cousin. The
was
only
a classic card, yeah.
let's see. Might be. Oh, okay. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, the little
Yeah,
clock-looking guy.
you'll recognize. He was in the anime a bunch. He was used by Yugi, I think. There was this whole like how the anime made up the rules as they went. Yugi had the I think it was not Yugi, it was Joey. He had a baby dragon, but then he called Time Wizard correct, so that let him summon an older, bigger dragon, and that's not how that works at all.
Have you ever played Forbidden Memories for PS1?
I want to get that game so much. I know it's really popular in speedrunning. When I say popular, I mean torturous. People have like multi-hundred-hour speedruns of that game to like get all the cards. But I definitely want to get that for the PS1 because I've heard that it is pretty cool.
It is
Um,
really cool. Me and my cousin played it back in the day. I think he actually got it twice accidentally because his mother wasn't sure which one to get, and and so the game, it has really fun battling music, and the dialogue is actually pretty good from what I remember. And I actually have a copy still. I need to throw it in sometime. And there's a feature that I felt like it was way out of its. It felt like it was ahead of its time. You get to so typically you press X to attack a card, but if you press square, I think it is square instead, it'll actually show a 3D animation of the monsters attacking.
that's pretty cool.
Yes, I love that when I was a kid. I mean, I still think it's really cool because it's just imagine just back then, just to see these monsters
Mhm.
fight. And it's an option. It's totally optional. You don't have to do it. And
Yeah,
I don't.
to this day, most Yu-Gi-Oh players desperately wish that we could have like holograms of the of dual monsters as we play them because that's everybody saw that in the anime. They were like, "So when are they making this?" And
Right.
we've been waiting 20 years. Come on.
And there's another feature in Forbidden Memories where you can grab a card and it has a number on the card. If you type this number into the game, you get that monster in the game, and there's no other way to get that monster in the game other than putting that code in from the card.
Yeah, every card, even to this date, does have a card serial number. Like I'm looking right now at a copy of the Bestial Lubellion, printed just like a couple months ago, and yeah, it has a code in the bottom left corner. I don't think they use those for modern games like Master Duel, but I really wish they would because it's such an easy system. Just make it so your physical cards can translate over to the digital game.
I
But
wonder.
no, Konami wants money, I guess.
I wonder if someone's made a compilation on YouTube of them showing off all the possible unlocked Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I think they have like I mean that's more or less what the speed run of Forbidden Memories is to get all of the cards, and pretty much it does very much come down to RNG. And so pulling the last like secret rare of the game is always like this crazy point of like, okay, this is where we decide how long the speed run's actually gonna be because you're getting cards. Every time you get to get a new pack, you can just get cards and cards and cards and cards. But
This is.
then,
Oh, sorry.
oh no, that's it.
This is implying. I'm looking at some of the video listings here, and some of these are applying. Some of these are applying that. Sorry. Some of these are implying that you can get all 722 cards organically in the game. So I don't know if that's
Mhm.
just clickbait, but I've never
No,
seen any of these. Huh?
that sounds like the right number.
Okay. That's a
Yeah.
lot. I don't remember that many cards being in the game. I only remember
Oh
maybe 50 at least.
man, I don't know what to tell you, but Yu-Gi-Oh's at 10,000 cards now.
Jeez.
10,000 like individual unique cards are in the game at this point. And I think of like different printings of cards, there's like 30 or 40,000. So like different rarities and whatnot. But yeah, there's over 10,000 cards. And like a year or two ago, when they did have the 10,000th card, they created a special, like a special edition card called 10,000 Dragon, that I think still fetches a price of over $1,000, um, because it is extremely, extremely rare to get.
I think only 50 actually have animations.
Oh, that could be
I
it.
think that's what I was thinking about. Thank you for listening to this podcast clip. If you want to watch more of the podcast, the full podcast is in the link in the description, along with my guest channel name. And if you would like to guest in a future podcast, please contact me and we shall talk so we can discuss many, many topics, more to come. Other than that, have a glorious day.